Imagine living with a sound that never stops, a constant companion that nobody else can hear. For many people, tinnitus feels like a high-pitched whistle, a low hum, or a buzzing that stays in the background of every single day, making it hard to focus or even sleep. I am Dr. Rowe, and today we are going to talk about how to tackle this problem head-on using simple physical movements. Most people think they just have to suffer through the noise and hope it goes away on its own, but that is not always the case. We're going to look at a strategy that works in two different ways to give you your life back. The first part of this plan is all about getting immediate relief, something you can do in about 30 seconds when the noise becomes too much to handle. The second part focuses on long-term prevention, so the ringing stays away for good. Our main goal here is to reduce the congestion and physical pressure that build up inside your ear, while also fixing the nerve signals that might be getting mixed up. Often, that ringing is just a sign that things are physically blocked or that your nerves are sending the wrong messages to your brain. Think of it like a radio that is stuck between stations. We just need to fine-tune the signal. And let's start with a very simple technique called the earlobe hook and pull. This is basically a mechanical way to adjust your inner ear canal and lower the pressure that builds up inside. If you have ever had sinus issues or felt like your ears were full of fluid after a cold, this technique is going to be very helpful for you. To do this correctly, you want to take your thumb and your index finger and firmly clamp down on your earlobe. You aren't just grabbing the skin, you want a good, solid grip. Now, don't just pull straight down toward your shoulders. Instead, you want to use a quick, fluid motion to pull the lobe outward and slightly upward at the same time. It should feel like you are trying to create space inside the ear. Think of it like you're trying to unstick a valve that has been closed for too long. As you do this, you might hear a small pop or feel a sudden sense of openness in the ear. You should perform this movement about 5 to 10 times in a row. Keep going until you feel that sense of relief or until the ear feels a bit more clear and the pressure starts to fade away. It is a very direct way to deal with the physical tightness that often makes the ringing much louder than it needs to be. If the physical pull doesn't clear the sound entirely, we need to look at the nerves themselves. The ringing is often a result of a disruption in the 8th cranial nerve, which is also known as the vestibulocochlear nerve. This specific nerve is responsible for carrying sound signals from your ear all the way to your brain. When it gets irritated or compressed, it can create that phantom ringing sound that drives you crazy. To fix this, we use a finger tapping method to clear those signal disruptions. First, place the palms of your hands over your ears so that you create a bit of a suction seal. You want your ears completely covered. Your fingers should be resting on the back of your head, right at the base of your skull. This area is called the occiput, and it's where many nerves pass through. Place your middle fingers on that spot, and then put your index fingers on top of your middle fingers. Now, you're going to flick your index fingers downward so they snap against the base of your skull. Because your ears are covered, it will sound like a loud thumping or drumming inside your head. This vibration is exactly what we want. You should do about 20 of these taps in a single set. Before we continue, subscribe to the channel and tell us in the comments where you are watching from. For the best results with this tapping, try doing 5 to 10 sets. This rhythmic stimulation helps reset the nerve signals and can often quiet the ringing almost instantly by clearing the feedback loop between your ear and your brain. These two methods are the fastest way to get that initial silence you've been looking for. While the first two techniques help clear immediate blockages and reset the nerves, we have to look at the bigger picture to make sure the ringing does not just come right back. If you only focus on the ear itself, you are missing a huge part of the problem. Most of the time, tinnitus is aggravated by the muscles that surround your head and jaw. Think of your body like a complex machine where every part affects the next. When you are stressed, or even when you are just concentrating hard at work, you probably clench your jaw or tighten the muscles around your temples without realizing it. This tension does not just stay in the muscles, it creates a chain reaction of pressure that pushes against your ear canal and irritates the nerves we talked about earlier. To get long-lasting relief, we have to transition our focus toward releasing this chronic muscle tension. We are looking for those hidden triggers in the jaw, the ears, and the neck that build up throughout your busy day and keep the ringing at a high volume. Let's start with a very important area called the temporalis muscle. This is a thin, wide muscle that sits on the side of your head, right above your ears. If you put your fingers on your temples and bite down hard, you can feel it bulge slightly under your skin. This muscle is responsible for helping you chew, but it also carries a massive amount of daily stress. When it gets tight, it pulls on the side of your head and can cause both tension headaches and a significant increase in ear ringing. To start releasing this, take 2 fingers from each hand and place them directly on your temples. Use a gentle but firm circular motion to massage the area. You are not just sliding your fingers over the skin. You want to feel that thin muscle moving against the bone of your skull. This starts to warm up the tissue and gets the blood flowing to the area. Once the area feels a bit warmer, we are going to try a move I call the temple rake. This is a bit more aggressive and is great for breaking up deep-seated tightness that has been there for a long time. Instead of just using 2 fingers, I want you to use all 4 fingers of both hands. Place them firmly at your temples. Now, while maintaining that deep pressure, rake your fingers backward toward the back of your head. You want to pull at an angle of about 35 to 45 degrees. Do not just go straight back, go slightly upward as well, following the curve of your head. You should feel a deep stretch along the side of your scalp. It might even feel a little sensitive or tender, which is a clear sign that the muscle was overdue for a release. Perform this raking motion several times, moving your hands to different spots on the side of your head to make sure you cover the entire muscle. This helps to physically stretch out the muscle fibers and tells your nervous system to stop holding so much tension in that area. Next, we have to look at one of the most common culprits for ear ringing, which is the jaw-ear junction. This is the specific point where your lower jaw connects to your skull, sitting right next to your ear canal. If you have ever been told you have TMJ issues, or if you notice your jaw clicks, this is likely the root of your tinnitus. Because the jaw joint is located so close to the ear, any inflammation or tightness in the joint can physically compress the ear canal and mess with the sounds you hear. To find this spot, place your fingers right in front of your ears and open your mouth wide. You will feel a small dip or a joint moving under your skin. That is the jaw-ear junction. To perform an active release here, keep your fingers on that joint and keep your mouth slightly open so the muscles are not fully contracted. Begin massaging the area in small, deep circles for about 15 to 20 seconds. But here's the secret to making this work better than a normal massage. While you are circling with your fingers, I want you to slowly open and close your mouth. By moving the jaw while you apply pressure, you are forcing the deep muscles of the jaw to stretch and relax under your fingers. It is a way to get into the tight spots that a simple massage simply cannot reach. You might feel some clicking or hear some noise inside your head, which is normal as long as it does not cause you any sharp pain. This active release targets the deep-seated tightness that keeps the pressure on your ears all day long. By loosening this junction, you're removing one of the biggest physical triggers for that constant ringing sound. We are moving away from those quick fixes and toward a state where your body is no longer fighting against its own muscle tension. Relaxing these areas is the key to making the silence last. Even though we have addressed the jaw and temples, we cannot ignore the muscles of the neck. The neck is often the hidden source of ear pressure that keeps the ringing going. One of the most important muscles to focus on is the sternocleidomastoid, which we call the SCM. This is that large rope-like muscle you can see on the side of your neck when you turn your head. It runs from the bone right behind your ear all the way down to your collarbone. Because it is so close to the ear canal, any tightness here can physically pull on the internal structures of the ear. This creates a sensation of fullness and can trigger that high-pitched sound. To stretch the SCM, start by sitting or standing tall. Turn your head all the way toward one shoulder. Once you have turned as far as you comfortably can, slowly tilt your head backward. It is like you're trying to look at the ceiling behind you. You should feel a very strong, clear stretch along the front and side of your neck. To make this stretch even deeper, take your palm and place it firmly on your collarbone. Apply a little pressure to pin the skin and muscle down while you continue to tilt your head back. This creates a deep pull on the fascia that opens up the area around your ear. Hold this for about 30 seconds. Make sure to breathe deeply through your nose as you do this. Then, slowly come back to the center and repeat the process on the other side. You will likely find that one side is much tighter, and that is usually the side where your tinnitus is the loudest. Next, we have to look at your overall posture and the base of your skull. In today's world, most of us spend hours looking down at our phones or leaning into computer screens. This creates a forward head posture that puts a massive amount of stress on the suboccipital muscles. These are the small muscles located right at the point where your head meets your neck. When these muscles are constantly strained, they can interfere with the nerves that travel directly to your ears. To fix this, we are going to do a postural reset using a chin tuck. Sit up straight and look straight ahead. Instead of tilting your chin down, I want you to slide your entire head straight back. Imagine someone is pushing your nose backward. You should feel the back of your neck lengthen and a stretch at the base of your skull. While you are holding your head in this retracted position, gently pull your chin down toward your chest. This movement fires up the deep muscles in the front of your neck that help stabilize your head. Hold this for 20 to 30 seconds. By doing this reset, you're taking the mechanical pressure off the nerves and allowing the signals between your ear and brain to travel more clearly. The final technique focuses on the levator scapulae muscle. This muscle connects your shoulder blade to the back of your ear. When you're stressed or tired, your shoulders tend to creep up toward your ears, which makes this muscle really tight. We call this the armpit sniffer stretch because of the movement involved. Rotate your head 45 degrees to one side so you are looking toward your shoulder. Then tuck your chin and look down toward your armpit. Use your hand to apply a very gentle downward pull on the back of your head in that same diagonal direction. You will feel a deep stretch starting behind your ear and going all the way down into your upper back. Hold this for 30 seconds on each side. This release is often the missing piece for people who notice their ear ringing gets worse when they are sitting at a desk all day. To finish our routine, I want you to remember that consistency is the key to lasting silence. You do not have to do every single one of these exercises every time, but I want you to pick the 2 or 3 that gave you the most immediate relief. Tinnitus is often a physical signal that your body is holding on to too much tension or that your nerves are being compressed. By taking just a few minutes every day to perform these neurological resets and muscle releases, you are giving your body the chance to heal itself. For many people, the earlobe hook or the finger tapping provides that instant quiet, while the neck and jaw stretches keep the sound from coming back. Pay attention to how your body reacts. If you feel the ringing start to creep back in, use these movements to shut it down before it gets loud again. I am Dr. Rowe, and I want to thank you for joining me. Be sure to keep up with these stretches, stay relaxed, and we will see you next time for more ways to keep your body feeling its best.